The Edge at 11 starts now.
And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
One word you could use, rambunctious. It was really a crazy night at the Capitol. President Donald Trump addressing Congress for the first time since taking back the White House with a lot of drama. The president laying out his vision for America and actions he's already taken in his second term.
At times, the president's address was met with boos and jeers by Democrats, one of which had to be actually escorted out. Fox's Caroline Shively has more from Washington.
In this address to a joint session of Congress, President Trump played up his accomplishments and defended a sweeping agenda.
We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years.
Just moments into the address,
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
House Speaker Mike Johnson ordered Democratic Congressman Al Green of Texas thrown out of the chamber after he repeatedly interrupted the president. From ending DEI programs to the dismantling of USAID and the firing of federal workers via DOGE cuts, President Trump pushed back against critics, saying he's gone too far.
My administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves.
But the president's vision comes as the nation remains divided by economic uncertainty amid new tariffs against Canada, Mexico, and China.
Whatever they tax us, we will tax them.
After a campaign focused on curbing illegal immigration, he called on the Republican-controlled Congress to pass more border security funding.
Illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
President Trump is scheduled to meet with a group of House conservatives on Wednesday about a stopgap spending bill, hoping to avert a government shutdown that could come less than 2 weeks from now. On Capitol Hill, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Well, Michigan Senator Elissa Slotkin delivering the Democratic rebuttal to the president's address.
The newly minted senator focused on the economy, jobs, national security, and Elon Musk.
Is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data.
Slotkin went on to encourage Americans to monitor how their elected officials are voting, and she asked voters to attend town halls hosted by those elected officials to make their voices heard.
You know, during his speech, President Trump said he feels tariffs will allow the auto industry to boom. And tonight in our Pulse poll, we're asking if you agree. If you want to vote, scan the QR code on the bottom right of your screen. So far, most of you say no. We'll have live reaction and analysis of the president's speech coming up after the Edge on the Pulse.
In response to President Trump's tariffs placed on Canada, Ontario and other provinces have already started removing American liquor brands from store shelves.
The immediate stop purchase of U.S. beverages, including spirits, wine, beer, and more. Fox News' Dave Kinchin with the latest.
Last call for American alcohol here in Windsor. U.S. booze brands will be pulled from the shelves of government-run retailers across Ontario by the end of the night Tuesday, according to the store workers at this LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario.
I get Tito's vodka. I really like that.
Laura Sembrowski is already going with a Canadian whiskey alternative. Is this Tito's?
I ended up getting Prince Igor's.
The Premier of Ontario, who is basically like the governor of a U.S. state, directed the Liquor Control Board to stop selling American alcohol in the first wave of Canadian retaliation for tariffs on Canadian goods imposed by President Trump. Ontario officials say their LCBO system sells nearly $1 billion in American beer, wine, spirits, and seltzers until now.
A couple weeks, yeah. A few weeks, maybe a month.
That's how long Jim Evans, manager of the Loose Goose in Windsor, has until his inventory runs out of American libations.
When that runs out, we're going to shoot towards Canadian products, and we'll go from there.
Many in Windsor feeling a sense of frustration amid fears of tariff escalation.
We do like to go over and spend money in the United States, especially Detroit, and go to the games. And that might be a little bit less now because, we want to support our own country right now, and that's it's unfortunate that it's come to this.
I disagree with Trump's approach to pitting two countries together with trade.
We love you guys. want to be friendly with the United States. I have plenty of friends over there that I keep in contact with, and I know it's not them. It's somebody else.
Ontario's top official has also threatened to cut off energy to 3 states that it provides it to, or impose a 25% surcharge. All of this if the U.S. doesn't back down amid the tariff tumult. In Windsor, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Do we value democracy? Yes.
Americans with ties to Ukraine standing with their comrades overseas. They rallied outside the Ukrainian Cultural Center in Warren tonight. Supporters across the country are backing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He's changed his tune toward peace talks after his heated exchange with President Trump and Vice President Vance in the White House in the Oval Office on Friday. Zelensky says he regrets how it all went down and wants to bring peace to his country.
No matter where we come from, we are American. We belong in this country. We build your homes. We do the landscaping. We clean your houses. Our kids are contributing to this country. Do you guys like tacos? Yeah. Well, where do you think that comes from? Us. All right?
Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. My message was that we need to be united in order for us to be stronger. We need each other to stand up to fight for our parents' rights.
Protesters filled the streets of Southwest Detroit, united under one demand: kick immigration and customs enforcement out of Detroit neighborhoods. This comes after a surge of crackdowns across the country, striking fear into many immigrant families and communities.
All right, let's switch to weather. We saw a lot of rain around here today. We may be seeing more of the same tomorrow.
But the difference is our temperatures are going up, but then back down again.
Yeah, Stephanie, the up's good.
Yeah, progress, we'll take it anywhere we can get it at this point. This is a live look over Mount Clemens right now, a little further north of the city. It is wet. We are seeing widespread showers right now, light to moderate rain right now, and that's going to continue as we head through the overnight. We have widespread showers pretty much everywhere here across the state. Now, luckily, it is falling as rain and not necessarily snow, which is great, so it's warm enough to support it as liquid precip. Areas out near Lansing seeing more moderate showers. Closer to the city, too, there's a smaller moderate pocket there. But you notice on the back edge of this system, we're seeing mostly snow. So we have winter weather advisories. There's actually blizzard warnings a little further west of us and winter storm warnings. Up near the UP, they're anticipating more snow as we head through the overnight and into tomorrow as well. For us, we're looking at some heavier rain possible. This is by 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. These brighter colors, the yellows, the oranges, that usually indicates more intense rain. So I would anticipate more moderate rain within this swath here. And then as that shifts out, our shower chances become a bit more spotty. We could also hear maybe a few claps of thunder through the day tomorrow, too. Nothing severe, but maybe a thunder shower or two through the late morning and early afternoon. This is by 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow. More widespread showers, and then colder air is going to spill in. So that's going to transition any rain possibly to a light wintry mix or some lighter flurries by 2 o'clock in the morning early Thursday. That should be out of here by 7 o'clock early Thursday morning, and then we're mainly dry through a good portion of the day on Thursday and into Friday. But the rain's the big story. We're looking at anywhere between 3/4 of an inch of rain to upwards of around an inch. It's quite a bit of rain in a little bit of time. Otherwise, temps right now mainly in the 40s. We stay in the 40s overnight and into early tomorrow. Those numbers will warm relatively quickly. That's because we're looking at a gusty southeasterly wind through the day tomorrow. 57 degrees for a high. Wind conditions will gust anywhere between 20 to 30 and in some cases almost 40 miles per hour, taking us into Thursday. Highs then will drop into the 40s. We'll be in the mid-40s by Friday. After this next system, though, luckily nothing really big impacting us, which is great news. The extended forecast shows daytime highs kind of up and down, and we should return to the 50s by early next week. Rup and Taryn.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. You know, as a Detroit police officer, he's considered a hero to many, but new allegations against one of the city's finest now has Officer Earl Anderson Jr. facing charges of sex crimes against a child.
Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has more on the text messages that were allegedly found on his stepdaughter's phone.
It gets even worse. It wasn't just any police officer. It's the 12-year-old little girl's stepdad, apparently been with her mom for the last 5 years.
What do you say to this guy if he was standing right here?
I'll just be disgusted.
Cannot blame him one bit. His daughter, a 12-year-old girl, a 6th grader, nearly falls prey to a predator, her own stepdad.
I'm thankful that I caught it so soon because it could have been it could have been worse.
The girl's biological dad, Brandon Harris, outing the Detroit police officer on social media this week, sharing the messages that 37-year-old Earl Anderson allegedly sent at 2 in the morning last month.
I'm gonna treat you like you're grown. That's what really got me, and delete these messages and just grooming.
Anderson apparently telling the girl he'd treat her like she was a grown-up, urged her to find secret ways to chat with him, and repeatedly told her to delete the messages, specifically so her dad didn't see. The little girl didn't bite, actually just the opposite, handing over the messages to her aunts.
She just felt like something was off, and I really salute her. Like I said, I thank her every day, still now.
And then Brandon went to Detroit police. The chief there, Todd Bettison, tells Fox 2 Anderson was suspended immediately, and they're working to get him off the payroll as soon as possible.
What do you want the lesson to be for parents?
Just be aware, check them phones.
Anderson charged with 1 count of accosting a child for immoral purposes and given a whopping $200,000 cash bond. His daughter will eventually have to face him in court.
She got some anger building her, but she just walking around with a smile on her face.
Now, Brandon Harris does have another daughter, a 10-year-old little girl who was around Anderson, but we're told there has not been any inappropriate contact uncovered. Now, Warren police, they do want to know if there's more victims out there. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.